I made 8 really cool ceramic resin products in less than 1 hour. And I chiseled them out of stone. Okay, just one of those 2 previous statements is true. Last week on Alley Picked, I reviewed a product by a company called Resin. It's Magic Pour. This week on Alley Picked, I'm going to review a similar product that I bought from Hobby Lobby. It's called Mix2Mold. It costs $18.99 for 5.5 pounds. So using this product, I made all of the things you see right here. Now these are just a few of the hundreds of things you can make using this product. To make all of those things, I used a little over 3 pounds of this product. So the cost to make this stuff is pretty low. Hobby Lobby has a whole section of Mix2Mold products. This is the main product, the ceramic resin powder. They call it ceramic resin powder because it actually contains small bits of ceramic in the powder. Then there's quite a selection of silicone mold kits which you pour the resin into. They also sell a sealant for your finished products after they cure. The sealant is not good. Don't use it. More on this later. These are terrazzo chips that you can add to the mixture for some cool effects. There are various colors of ink which you mix with your resin to change the color. And lastly, they sell different color resin powders if you don't want to mix it with the inks. Now, let's make some cool stuff. These are the Mix2Mold products that I bought. 5.5 pounds of the resin. This gloss sealant, which is $9.49. Waste of money. It leaves streaks on your otherwise perfectly smooth finish. I bought some purple ink and black ink for $4 each. These are very good. Then I picked up some purple terrazzo chips. I did want to try out this blue ceramic resin powder. And lastly, this round silicone bowl mold looks interesting. I have a bunch of other molds. Some I borrowed and some came in my Magic Pour kit. I use some isopropyl alcohol on a paper towel to thoroughly clean out the molds. Compressed air may not be necessary, but I use it just in case to clean out any dust or debris. The ceramic resin powder gets mixed with water in a 3-to-1 ratio by volume, which is unlike the Magic Pour, which is a 3-to-1 ratio by weight. I'll start with 1 cup of the powder and a 1/3 cup of water. Mix for about 30 seconds until completely smooth. I put about 5 drops of the purple ink into the mix. I slightly give it a stir and pour it into the mold. From the outside, this looks amazing. I mixed up another batch and added some black ink, probably a little too much, so we'll see how that turns out. Unlike epoxy, which takes a day or more to dry, you'll get to see your work in less than 1 hour. I'll try out this blue powder, which is also a 3-to-1 ratio. After mixing it, I'm not sure why, but this stuff has a lot of bubbles. I hope they don't show up in the finished product. I'm not really sure how to use these chips. I poured in a little of the mix first, then some of the chips, then some more mix, and I hope for the best. About an hour later, I start to remove all of the things I made from their molds. Wow, this tray came out great. The bowl is the one thing I was really looking forward to. It is a little difficult to unwrap the mold. Okay, this has issues. There are 2 large bumps on the inside. Those can be sanded down, but the bigger problem is that this isn't perfectly round. That's disappointing. This little container looks really good. The blue tray is also a little disappointing. This is the back side. I'm going to have to sand off all that ink which rose to the top. I see some white speckles in the blue. I also see some uneven blue streaks. It seems that the best results I got are from just using the white mix and adding some ink. These look amazing. This soap dish looks a little dirty to me rather than having a nice marble effect. But that's the fun of using this stuff. No 2 are exactly alike, and it's fun experimenting. If it doesn't work out, you just try it again. You didn't waste too much money. On this tray, I was able to sand the surface, which revealed more of the purple chips. On my bowl, it took quite a bit of sanding in order to remove those 2 tumors. I also figured out on a few of the spots that had some minor holes, I was able to mix up a small batch of resin, and I used it like a filler, and this seemed to mask the holes nicely. In the end, I was able to make a lot of nice looking products, and I still had over 2 pounds of the white ceramic powder resin left over. Let's talk about sealing your products, whether you use the Magic Pour or the Mix2Mold. Do you need to seal them? I would say maybe. Probably. It really depends on what you're going to use these for. Sealing them isn't required, but remember, they're porous. If they get dirt or dust or grease on them, they will be difficult to clean. Remember, these are not food grade either, so if you use them as such, you're going to need to seal them properly. Now, having said that, I would never use, say, this bowl to eat my breakfast cereal in.
All you need is milk or cream, because Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes are ready sugared, ready to eat.
I tried several different types of sealers. First, I tried the Mix2Mold product, which is horrible. It leaves brush strokes. I even tried using a foam brush. It was a little bit better, but still bad. I then tried a water-based polyurethane. The strokes were less visible, but still not great. I even tried using a spray varnish. At first I thought this stuff was going to be good. However, after it dried when I sprayed it on this tray, it left it white looking. My favorite sealer, hands down, is wax. Beeswax. I made my own pasty wax using beeswax and mineral oil. I made my own test batch by melting 1 tablespoon of mineral oil and just under a teaspoon or so of the beeswax. Let it cool, firm up. It's so easy to apply using your hands or a paper towel. I prefer my hands as this helps to melt the wax as I massage it into the porous surface. After wiping it down with a paper towel, this looks and feels great. There's one more test that I've been wanting to do, the drop test. How fragile is this stuff? I did the same thing with the Magic Pour. Let's see how they compare. I'm going to drop this from a distance of about 1 foot. Didn't break. Try it again. Didn't break. Wow, I'm impressed. When I did the same test using the Magic Pour, it broke the first time. I dropped this 3 times and it didn't break. So that means to me that the ceramic particles in this powder are stronger than the Magic Pour. After using both products for about a week, which one would I recommend? Magic Pour or Mix2Mold? I would say hands down, Mix2Mold. I have several reasons for saying this. Number 1, my finished products came out better with the Mix2Mold. I had less pitting and less holes in all of my products. Number 2, the cost is less. 3, the inks blend better with this product. 4, you have a larger product selection. And lastly, since this is a ceramic resin, your finished product is stronger than the Magic Pour. There are a few things that I want to say about the Mix2Mold products that I don't like. First of all, the round bowl mold. My finished product, well, I was hoping it would come out perfectly round, but it's not, and that's disappointing. The sealer for the products. The Mix2Mold sealer is horrible. It really ruins the look of your finished products. And lastly, I would say I was not too impressed with the blue powder. After I sprayed it with lacquer, it became all blotchy, and you can see these white spots on it. It looks nothing like the pure blue on the package. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. It's just my opinion after using the product for a week. I'm Tom, this is Allie Picked, and thanks for watching.